If you're over 60, you probably already know that your body doesn't always react to food the way it used to. Something that once felt light and energizing might now leave you feeling heavy, bloated, or tired. And here's something surprising: this can happen even with foods we've always believed were healthy, like lentils. Yes, lentils are full of good stuff: protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals, but if they're not prepared and eaten the right way, they can quietly work against your health. They can irritate your stomach, drain your energy, and even block the very nutrients you think you're getting from them. I'm going to walk you through the most common mistakes people make when eating lentils and show you how to avoid them, so you can get the full benefit without the side effects. These tips are especially important as we get older, because our digestion slows down, our nutrient needs change, and we can't afford to eat in a way that steals from our health instead of adding to it. Before we get into it, I'd love to know, where are you watching from, and how old are you? Share it in the comments so we can see just how many of us are making the choice to protect our strength and health as we age. Mistake 1. Mistake number 1 is skipping the soaking step before cooking lentils. I know it can feel like an unnecessary hassle, especially when you just want to get dinner on the table. Lentils cook faster than most beans, so it's easy to think you can just rinse them and toss them in a pot. But here's the problem: when you skip soaking, you're also skipping a key step that helps your body actually use the nutrients inside them. Lentils, like other legumes, naturally contain something called anti-nutrients, things like phytates and tannins. These aren't poisons, but they can block your body from absorbing important minerals like calcium, iron, and zinc. They also contain certain carbohydrates that are tough for our digestive systems to break down, especially as we get older. That's why so many people notice gas, bloating, or stomach discomfort after eating lentils. The tricky part is, even long cooking times won't completely break these compounds down if you haven't soaked the lentils first. The fix is simple but powerful. Place your lentils in a bowl of water for 8 to 12 hours before cooking. Add a splash of lemon juice or a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to the water. This helps break down those anti-nutrients even more. When you're ready to cook, drain the soaking water and rinse the lentils well. This one step can make them much easier on your stomach, reduce bloating, and help your body actually absorb all the minerals they have to offer. Think of soaking as unlocking the nutrition in your lentils. You'll get more of the iron for your blood, more calcium for your bones, and more zinc for your immune system. And the best part? You can still cook them just as you normally would, only now, they'll be truly working for your health instead of against it. Mistake number 2, not pairing lentils with vitamin C. Lentils are a wonderful source of iron, but here's something most people don't realize: the type of iron they contain is called non-heme iron, and your body doesn't absorb it as easily as the iron found in meat. This can be a real problem, especially as we get older and our bodies become less efficient at absorbing nutrients. If you eat lentils without pairing them with foods rich in vitamin C, you could be missing out on most of that iron, no matter how much you eat. Why does this matter so much? Iron plays a big role in keeping your energy levels up, supporting your brain, and carrying oxygen through your blood. Low iron can leave you feeling tired, weak, lightheaded, or even short of breath. For older adults, these symptoms can easily be mistaken for just aging, when in reality, it's a nutrient absorption issue. The good news is that vitamin C can increase non-heme iron absorption by up to 3 times. The solution is easy and delicious: add vitamin C-rich foods to your lentil meals. A squeeze of fresh lemon over your cooked lentils, a handful of chopped tomatoes in your soup, or some colorful bell peppers mixed into your stew can make all the difference. Even a side of fresh orange slices or a small citrus salad can boost your iron absorption. One more tip: try to avoid drinking coffee or tea right after your lentil meal. Both contain compounds that block iron uptake, undoing all your hard work. Instead, have your tea or coffee an hour before or after your meal. By making this small change, you're not only improving your nutrient absorption but also giving yourself more energy and supporting your overall health in a way you can truly feel. Mistake number 3, reheating lentils over and over. Many people like to cook a big pot of lentils and keep eating from it for days. It sounds practical, you save time, and you don't have to cook every day. But here's the hidden problem: every time you reheat the same batch, you're slowly reducing its nutritional value and possibly putting your digestion at risk. When lentils are reheated multiple times, some of their delicate nutrients, like B vitamins and antioxidants, start to break down. This means that with each reheating, you're getting less of the goodness your body needs. Even worse, if the lentils sit out too long at room temperature before going into the fridge, certain heat-tolerant bacteria can start to grow. Reheating may kill most bacteria, but if the food wasn't stored correctly, you could still end up with an upset stomach, gas, or mild cramps. For older adults, digestive health is even more important. Our immune systems aren't as strong as they used to be, so food safety matters a lot more. That's why the best approach is to cook your lentils, divide them into single-serving portions, and store them in airtight containers in the fridge or freezer. Then, when you want to eat them, only reheat the amount you need for that meal. This keeps nutrients intact and lowers the risk of contamination. Also, make sure you reheat thoroughly so the entire portion is hot all the way through, no cold spots. Cold areas can hide bacteria that survive light warming. By following these simple storage and reheating steps, you'll not only protect your stomach but also keep your lentils tasting fresh and flavorful for days. It's a small change that can make a big difference in your long-term health. Mistake number 4: adding processed meats to lentil dishes. For many people, adding sausages, bacon, ham, or other processed meats to lentils is a long-standing tradition. It's seen in soups, stews, and even holiday recipes. While it might make the dish taste richer, it also changes lentils from a heart-healthy food into something that can quietly harm your health, especially after 60. Processed meats are loaded with unhealthy fats, too much salt, and chemical preservatives like nitrites. These ingredients have been linked to higher risks of heart disease, high blood pressure, and even certain cancers, particularly colorectal cancer. That's a big concern for older adults, because our bodies are more sensitive to sodium and saturated fats, and our heart health needs extra protection. What starts out as a nutrient-rich, fiber-filled meal quickly turns into something that adds stress to your heart and arteries. The good news is, you don't have to sacrifice flavor to make lentils healthy. Instead of processed meats, try using healthier protein sources. Sliced hard-boiled eggs, grilled skinless chicken breast, or cubes of tofu are great options. You can also sprinkle in nuts or seeds, like sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, or crushed almonds, for added texture and nutrients. And don't forget vegetables. Sautéed bell peppers, spinach, onions, or carrots not only boost flavor but also pack in vitamins and antioxidants that work together with lentils to support your health. Think of lentils as a clean, nourishing base. What you choose to add determines whether that meal builds your health or breaks it down. By avoiding processed meats, you're giving your heart, blood pressure, and digestion the best possible support, while still enjoying a delicious, satisfying dish. Mistake number 5: using store-bought sauces or seasoning cubes. It's tempting to grab a sauce packet or drop in a seasoning cube when cooking lentils. They promise rich flavor in seconds, and they seem harmless enough. But the truth is, most store-bought sauces and flavor cubes are loaded with sodium, MSG, artificial additives, and hidden fats that quietly undo the health benefits of your lentil dish. For older adults, high sodium is a serious concern. It can raise blood pressure, cause water retention, and put extra strain on the heart and kidneys. MSG and other artificial flavor enhancers may trigger headaches or digestive issues in sensitive people. Over time, a diet high in these processed ingredients can increase inflammation in the body, which is linked to chronic conditions like arthritis, heart disease, and certain cancers. The worst part? Many people use them without reading the labels, thinking a little bit won't matter. But when these shortcuts become part of your regular cooking, the health effects add up. That's why it's worth switching to natural, whole food seasonings that enhance flavor and help your body at the same time. Garlic, onion, turmeric, cumin, thyme, bay leaves, and black pepper are all excellent choices for lentils. They not only make your kitchen smell wonderful but also support digestion and fight inflammation. A sprinkle of paprika or a dash of fresh herbs can transform the taste without harming your health. By seasoning your lentils with natural ingredients instead of processed cubes and sauces, you keep the dish clean, nourishing, and safe for your heart and gut. It's one of the simplest changes you can make, yet it can have one of the biggest impacts on how healthy your meals truly are. Mistake number 6, skipping healthy fats and vegetables. Some people think lentils are enough on their own and just cook them with salt and water. While lentils are nutritious, eating them without healthy fats or colorful vegetables means you're missing out on a big part of their potential. Without the right additions, your body can't fully absorb certain vitamins, and your meal may leave you less satisfied. Healthy fats are especially important because they help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K from other foods. Without them, those vitamins can pass right through your system without being used. For older adults, getting enough of these vitamins is essential for strong bones, good vision, healthy skin, and a strong immune system. Adding a small amount of olive oil, sliced avocado, or a sprinkle of ground flaxseed to your lentils can make a huge difference in nutrient absorption. Vegetables are just as important. Colorful veggies like carrots, spinach, tomatoes, bell peppers, or zucchini add extra fiber, antioxidants, and a variety of vitamins and minerals. They also improve digestion and help keep blood sugar stable, something that becomes more important as we age. Think of lentils as the heart of your plate, not the whole meal. Surround them with fresh vegetables and a drizzle of healthy fat, and you'll have a balanced, complete dish that supports your energy, digestion, and long-term health. Not only will it taste better, but it will also leave you feeling satisfied for hours instead of getting hungry again soon after. This simple step turns a basic pot of lentils into a meal your body will truly thank you for. Mistake number 7, overeating lentils, thinking more is better. When people learn how healthy lentils are, it's easy to fall into the trap of eating them almost every day, sometimes even more than once a day. It feels like a safe choice, high in fiber, packed with plant protein, and good for the heart. But even the healthiest foods can cause problems when eaten in excess, especially for older adults. Lentils are very high in fiber, and too much fiber at once can overload your digestive system. This can lead to bloating, gas, discomfort, and even constipation for some people. Lentils also contain compounds like phytates and lectins, which, in large amounts, can irritate the gut and block the absorption of minerals if the lentils aren't properly soaked or cooked. Over time, this can actually work against the very health benefits you're trying to get. The best approach is moderation. For most older adults, enjoying lentils 2 to 3 times a week is plenty to get their benefits without overloading your system. On other days, rotate with other legumes like chickpeas, black beans, kidney beans, or green peas. Each has its own nutrient profile, so by mixing things up, you get a wider variety of vitamins, minerals, and fibers that support overall health. Remember, true health doesn't come from eating a single food every day. It comes from variety, balance, and listening to how your body feels. Lentils are an amazing part of that balance, but they should be part of a bigger picture that includes different vegetables, proteins, and healthy fats. This way, you enjoy the benefits without the drawbacks, keeping your digestion, energy, and nutrition in harmony. Additional hidden pitfalls to watch out for. Even if you avoid the main mistakes, there are a few healthy-looking habits with lentils that can still work against you, especially as you get older. One common one is relying on canned lentils for convenience. While they seem quick and easy, many brands are loaded with salt, preservatives, and sometimes even BPA in the can lining. Too much sodium can raise blood pressure and put extra strain on your heart and kidneys. If you do use canned lentils once in a while, rinse them thoroughly under cold water to remove as much salt as possible, and choose low-sodium or BPA-free options. But whenever you can, cooking them fresh at home is best for both taste and health. Another pitfall is sticking to the same lentil and rice combination all the time, especially with white rice. While lentils and rice do complement each other for protein, this combo by itself misses the chance to include vegetables and healthy fats. White rice can also spike your blood sugar, which is something you want to manage carefully after 60. A better choice is to add colorful vegetables and swap white rice for brown rice, quinoa, or other whole grains. And then there's the habit of using so-called healthy broth cubes or powders. Even the ones labeled as low-fat or natural are often high in sodium and artificial additives like MSG. These can trigger inflammation, headaches, or digestive issues in sensitive people. Instead, make your own broth at home with onion, garlic, celery, carrots, and herbs. You can freeze it in portions for easy use. Finally, avoid eating lentils every single day without variety. Rotating them with other legumes not only gives you more nutrients but also prevents digestive fatigue and keeps meals interesting. How to eat lentils the right way. If you want to get the full benefit of lentils without the side effects, it all starts with preparing them properly. The first step is soaking. Let your lentils sit in water for at least 8 hours, overnight is ideal, with a splash of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. This simple step breaks down compounds that block your body from absorbing important minerals like iron, calcium, and zinc. It also makes the lentils softer and easier to digest, so you're less likely to experience bloating or discomfort afterward. Once they're soaked and rinsed, cook your lentils with natural spices instead of processed flavor cubes or sauces. Garlic, turmeric, cumin, ginger, and bay leaves not only add depth to the flavor but also help reduce gas and support digestion. These spices have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that work beautifully with the nutrients in lentils to support your heart, brain, and immune system. For better iron absorption, always pair lentils with a source of vitamin C, like tomatoes, bell peppers, lemon juice, or a side of fresh citrus. This is especially important for preventing fatigue and supporting healthy blood. And don't forget healthy fats. Olive oil, avocado, or a handful of nuts or seeds will help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins from the vegetables in your meal. Finally, store your cooked lentils in single-serve containers so you only reheat what you need. This keeps nutrients intact and reduces the risk of bacterial growth. And remember, enjoy lentils 2 to 3 times a week, not every day, and rotate them with other legumes for variety. When you prepare and eat lentils this way, they go from being just another healthy food to a truly powerful ally for your energy, digestion, and long-term wellness, exactly what your body needs after 60. Lentils can be one of the most valuable foods in your kitchen, but only if you treat them right. As we get older, every meal counts. Our bodies don't bounce back from nutrient gaps or digestive upset the way they used to, so it's important to make each bite work for us, not against us. By soaking your lentils, pairing them with vitamin C, adding healthy fats and vegetables, avoiding processed additives, and storing them safely, you give yourself the best chance to absorb all their goodness. If you found this helpful, give it a like and share it with someone who loves lentils or could benefit from these tips. And tell us in the comments, how do you usually prepare your lentils, and which of these changes will you try first? Your ideas might inspire someone else to cook healthier today.